The Detroit Free Press has just reported that General Motors is saying it has signed various contracts to ensure that it can make the electric vehicles it has promised. So we should believe them. We should believe that their production will ramp up by about 3,000% this year in order for them to hit their targets by the end of this year. Yeah, I'm not buying it. But I do like what General Motors is doing when it comes to signing contracts for the future of their electric vehicle production. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, great to see you. Welcome to the new subscribers and welcome back everyone else. It's a wonderful day on planet Earth. More and more EVs being ramped, production being ramped, batteries being ramped, energy storage being ramped, renewable energy. Renewable energy now we know is cheaper than the cheapest coal. Wow, what a time to be alive on planet Earth. Here's what GM has done. They've signed 3 new deals with suppliers to ensure they hit their EV production targets. Will they hit them? No, absolutely not. Anyone that thinks that they will is utterly delusional. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that they're making a good go at it. And that is what matters. General Motors has all the raw materials it needs to get at the goal of building 1 million electric vehicles in North America by the end of 2025. On Tuesday, they said they have 3 new supplier agreements that give GM access to lithium, nickel, cobalt, and cathode active material, CAM, used in EV batteries. Now, personally, I think they should be saying, well, we're phasing out the use of cobalt, so we don't need to sign any new contracts for cobalt. That's what I would have liked to be seeing. I'm not sure why that hasn't happened. That is definitely a concern for investors. You should be considering, does GM actually need cobalt in all their batteries from, say, 2025, 2026, 2027? If they do, that's not a good thing. Now, it's my view that GM should be doing what Tesla and Ford are doing, signing contracts for lithium iron phosphate batteries. Those are the future. Elon Musk said it himself, but they're not so far. Here are the new binding supply agreements that GM has made. LG Chem will supply GM with 968,000 tons of cathode material between now and 2030. That's enough for 5 million EVs. Livent will provide significant quantities of lithium for high-performance EVs, and POSCO Chemical will provide a near-term supply of CAM from its South Korean operations from 2023 to 2025. Now, CAM is a key battery material consisting of processed nickel, lithium, and other materials that makes up about 40% of the cost of a battery cell. In December, General Motors announced a joint venture deal with POSCO Chemical, and in March 2022, GM said the new joint venture will build a factory in Quebec. Good for you guys in Canada, right? That plant is under construction now, right now. So until it is ready, POSCO will deliver CAM to General Motors from South Korea. GM also has a joint venture with LG Energy Solutions called Ultium Cells LLC to make battery cells for GM's future EVs. GM says those future battery cells will be 60 to 70% cheaper to manufacture than what they are today. Now, no one knows how that's going to happen, but if it does, that is incredible. Ultium Cells is building factories in Ohio, Tennessee, and Michigan, which is really good for local jobs in those areas. The plant in Lordstown, Ohio starts production in 3 weeks. As we move forward, we will increasingly localize our supply chain, just as we have localized battery cell production, said GM spokesman David Barnes. Livent, what are they about? GM is investing $35 billion in EVs and self-driving cars between now, or 2021, and 2025. It's a big bet on electrification, meaning General Motors can't afford a mistake in launch, or they kind of happened with the Bolt and the Bolt EUV. More battery problems. That would be a disaster for them. GM will launch 30 new EVs before 2025. To make sure that can happen, GM CFO Paul Jacobson said last month, the automaker will continue to form partnerships to invest in raw material suppliers to ensure that GM has the parts and supply that it needs. Chemical manufacturer Livent inked a multi-year sourcing agreement to supply General Motors with battery-grade lithium hydroxide made primarily from lithium extracted at Livent's brine-based operations in South America. Lithium hydroxide is crucial to GM's plans to make higher performance, higher mileage EVs. GM said it will use lithium hydroxide in the Ultium propulsion system that will power the Chevy Blazer EV, the Chevrolet Silverado EV, the GMC Hummer, and the Cadillac Lyriq as well. Livent will supply GM over a 6-year period beginning in 2025 and ending in 2031. And over the course of the agreement, Livent will increasingly supply battery-grade lithium hydroxide to GM from its manufacturing facilities in the US, with the goal of transitioning all of its lithium hydroxide processing for GM to North America. GM said the agreement helps Livent expand its North American capabilities and it secures product for GM's production. Basically, GM's making a big bet in this company. This is what will keep this company alive, GM's investment into it. Localizing production. LG Chem will supply 950,000 tons of CAM to GM beginning the second half of this year through to 2030. That's enough to make 5 million EVs. So GM is basically saying, we're going to have the capacity to make 5 million EVs between 2022 and 2030. That's a good number, but it's not as many as what I think they need to be making. The CAM secured by GM will be used by Ultium cells at its 3 battery cell plants. GM said in a statement that it and LG Chem will also look into building a new factory for CAM production in North America by the end of 2025. So basically they're saying, okay, we've got enough for 5 million EVs from this supplier, but if we make our own CAM production facility, we can make more EVs than the 5 million. So we don't know what the total will be. It could be 10 million. We don't really know. What other GM deals have been made this year? Well, in April, GM locked in a multi-year agreement with Glencore, a company headquartered in Barra, Switzerland, that will supply GM with cobalt from its Murrin operation here in Australia. Cobalt is an important metal used in the production of some EV batteries. Some companies are phasing it out, and I think that's the best move to go, but GM has decided not to do that. Cobalt gives batteries energy density and longevity, according to some manufacturers. GM also inked a deal late last year with rare earth mining and manufacturer MP Materials Corp to produce alloy and magnets for some of GM's upcoming EVs. In December last year, GM also announced it has a non-binding memorandum of understanding with German-based supplier VAC, which makes advanced magnetic materials. It will start making those magnets for GM in 2024. Magnets are an essential part of EV motors and drive units. Now, there's very few parts that go into an electric vehicle drive motor. Magnets are one of them. Now, in other news, GM has secured a $2.5 billion loan from the US Department of Energy to manufacture its Ultium cells. That's a huge loan. Very, very big assistance from the US government. I'm not sure if General Motors, why they need that, but either way, the terms of this loan appear to be very interesting. I'll put a link in the description below to the video I made specifically about that deal. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.